Hello everyone, it's just a dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between the Mova S10 Plus, retails for about $300, normally on sale for $250, and the Mova S10. This retails for $250 and it is on sale for $130. Now, I bought both of these with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. I will put links to it in the show description notes. If you purchase the product using one of my links, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. That way I can continue to give you these honest reviews. I've got all kinds of comparison videos coming up. So these are two of my favorite robot vacuum cleaners, and I'm gonna talk about the features. I have detailed reviews on each one of them. Go to my YouTube page and search. There's a little search icon on my YouTube page, Mova S10 review. And you'll see the complete review on this and this. Then I have quick mopping. If you want to see just how well they mop, I have quick mopping videos. But here I'm going to talk about the features. So the first thing, these robots are exactly the same. It's the base station that's different. So the Plus means it has a self-empty base station. The robot's gonna come back to the base station. There's another vacuum gonna kick on in the base station, and it's gonna suck everything up into this dust bag. And about every 2 months, you'll just lift this up. You have to replace that dust bag with a new one. Over here on the S10, you're gonna have to empty the dust bin. So you're gonna lift this up, and about once a week, you gotta take this to the trash can, and then it is kind of messy. You're gonna have to empty that out yourself. But you can see it does a good job of vacuuming. And over here on the Plus, we can see here, it's got the same dustbin, except there's holes in the bottom where it's gonna suck everything out. Everything gets sucked out the bottom right here, up into that dust bag. I really like having auto empty stations. It is a little bit bigger, but I do like it. But if you are on a budget, you can have the same robot that will mop and vacuum your floor. You'll have to empty out the dustbin yourself. And now I love both of them have Lidar navigation. They have a spinning Lidar underneath there that's gonna map your house very well. They map your house the same. They both use the same Mova app. They both have 3 physical buttons up here, a home button, power or start, and a spot clean. The sensor on the front is the same. It does okay with obstacle avoidance. If it's high enough, the Lidar will hit it and avoid it, but they both have the exact same sensor. It's hit or miss on what it actually avoids. Now here we have the bottom of the robots. I've been doing some mopping with this. I've already cleaned this mop pad. They both have the same suction roller, single brush roller, single side brush. That's where they charge. They both have a carpet sensor. So they can raise and lower this mop pad. So whenever they sense that it's on carpet, it raises the mop pad 7 millimeters. And then when it's on floor, it can push that mop pad down. It doesn't simply just drag it on the floor. It actually pushes it down, and it has sonic vibration. And there's also an onboard water tank that's going to keep this mop pad wet. Now you're not able to remove this mop pad attachment, but you can remove the mop pad. So at the end of the job, like this one's full of dirt, I've got to take it off. I've got to put this in my laundry. And then whenever I'm ready to mop again, I want to put it back on. Now, I don't recommend vacuuming with the mop pad off because that is Velcro and it does pick up quite a bit of stuff. There's where it's going to keep the mop pad wet. And this little section here vibrates, moves back and forth. So it actually does do a scrubbing action on dirt. And both of them mop exactly the same. And I think it is a really good mopping robot because it can keep the mop pad wet. The only disadvantage is you've got to take this off whenever you're done and then put it back on. They both have the same fall off sensors so it doesn't fall down your stairs. You can upgrade this brush roller to a tri-cut brush that does help with long hairs. This brush roller, you do get a little bit of long hair wrap, but they have a tri-cut brush you can install. Drive wheels. And again, they both have an onboard water tank, and it's the same water tank. You take this over to your sink, you open this up right here and you fill it up. You can put just a little bit of solution in there, but not a whole lot since it's not that big of a water tank. Both robots have 7,000 pascals of suction. They can lift their mop pads 7 millimeters. And both of them have, in the app, you can tell it to swing its body, and it can swing its body when it's mopping up against the wall. And that way the mop pad gets up right against the wall. It does a really good job mopping up against the wall. Okay, so for some reason the S10 Plus is out of stock. I'm not sure, hopefully they're not discontinuing. I know these robots go in and out of stock a bunch, but this has been one of my favorites. I'm gonna compare it to the D10, the Dream Plus Gen. two. This is another one of my favorites. I thought they were going to be exactly the same, but they're not. One has a removable mop pad. This one doesn't, which I wish it did, but this one can push its mop pad down. So with that being said, these are exactly the same. You can even see it's the same robot. They just put these little plugs where it normally empties, and they change the dustbin. So other than that, same. I don't necessarily like these ones with the docking station where the cord, you know, that docking station can move sometimes and then the robot doesn't kind of find home. I love these docking stations, and I love just throwing away that bag and putting a new bag in. Less mess. I'm gonna have to clean this filter on both of them, but still I'm not emptying this, which can be kind of messy. Again, this is exactly because of price point. When you start getting over $300 to $400, you're going to want to get into these larger lineups that have the water tanks and clean the mop pads. You know, you're cleaning the mop pad yourself, but $250 and $130. So you're saving more than $100 if you don't want the auto empty station. So Lidar navigation, mopping robot, when it's on sale for $130, amazing. I wouldn't pay full price. This is, I mean, $250. You're gonna be okay, but you could have got this one for $250 when it's on sale. So that's all about price point. Again, I am going to be comparing it to the brand new Roborock Q7, Q10 series coming up. Again, the only negative thing I found about it is I do wish the mop pad holder came off, kind of like on the Roborock series, because they can push it down and still take the mop pad off. Having that mop pad being permanently attached is the only disadvantage here. So I just unloaded the Roborock Q-Revo Curve X. I think this is going to be the future. I already love the Curve, and this is the slim version of the Curve, so it's going to be pretty cool. Again, getting ready to do the whole series on the Q10 series. Got the Roomba series, and I'll be comparing to the Eufy. This Eufy C20s turned out to be very popular, so I will be comparing the C20 to a lot of the Roombas, Roborocks, and Movas. So I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.